All right, y'all. Today's tea is piping hot because we're talking about America's first Red Scare, a time when fear, politics, and immigration got all stirred together in one big bubbling pot of paranoia. And let me tell you, this wasn't the first time the U.S. cracked down on suspected radicals, and it definitely wasn't the last. Before we get into what went down in 1919, we got to rewind a whole century to a different time America panicked over outsiders, radical ideas, and national security. It was the late 1790s. The U.S. was still a baby country, barely 2 decades old, and things were tense. France and Britain are at war, again, and America, caught in the middle. President John Adams and the Federalists were worried that French immigrants and supporters of the French Revolution might stir up trouble, especially since Adams' opponents, the Democratic Republicans led by Thomas Jefferson, were more sympathetic to the French cause. So, what did Congress do? They passed the Alien and Sedition Acts. These laws gave the president the power to deport non-citizens he thought were dangerous, made it harder for immigrants to become citizens, and, this is the real kicker, made it illegal to publicly criticize the government. Turns out, people were divided. Some thought these laws were necessary to keep the country safe. Others, like Jefferson and James Madison, said, excuse me, this is a violation of free speech. The moment the crisis passed, the laws lost support, and Adams, well, he lost re-election. Fast forward 121 years. The country is older, but the fears, they're looking real familiar. The Great War is over, but America is on edge. Soldiers are coming home to a struggling economy, jobs are scarce, wages are low, and prices are high. People are angry, and when people get angry, they protest. Workers start striking. Steelworkers, coal miners, police officers, hundreds of thousands of them across the country. Business owners are nervous. Politicians are nervous. And just like before, some start wondering, could outside forces be stirring the pot? And right at that moment, there's a revolution happening in Russia. The Tsar is out, the communists are in, and over here in the U.S., some folks think it's only a matter of time before radical ideas spread. And then, boom! Literally, bombs are mailed to government officials and business leaders, and one explodes right on the doorstep of Attorney General A. Mitchell Palmer. So, what does Palmer do? He launches a nationwide crackdown on radicals, especially immigrants. And just like in 1798, the government's got its eyes on people who haven't actually committed crimes, but might have radical ideas. In just a few months, over 10,000 people are arrested. Homes, businesses, union halls, all raided without warrants. People are thrown in jail without charges. Some are detained for weeks, and hundreds of immigrants are deported without trial. Palmer even warned that on May 1st, 1920, there would be a massive communist uprising. And then May 1st came and went, and nothing happened. People started questioning Palmer's tactics. Even in government, folks were saying, maybe we overdid it? And just like that, the Palmer raid stopped. Palmer's career, over. The 1798 Alien and Sedition Acts and the Palmer raids both show us that when America gets scared, rights can be restricted. And every time, people are divided. Some think it's necessary to keep the country safe. Others warn that it's a dangerous precedent. And here's the real kicker. This wasn't the last time, because 30 years later, another Red Scare hits, and this time, it's Senator Joseph McCarthy leading the charge. But that's a story for another day. For now, just remember, fear has a way of making history repeat itself. So stay informed, keep learning, and most importantly, keep sipping that history tea.